Okay, so I understand that people do not want to see or acknowledge the 365th day of the solar year. I do affirm that the Creator's calendar is 364 days only. That's his calendar year. However, his calendar fits inside a solar cycle in which there are 365 days. So this separates the first of the year from the last of the year. It's just that simple. It's not complicated at all. There's just a division of time. And Jubilees describes this day as equal day, equal night. Because Jubilees is talking about the weekly cycle, and Enoch is talking about the monthly cycle. So Enoch is marking the creation week. Enoch is marking day 4 of the creation week. Starting a new cycle in which the sun, the moon, and stars were created on day 4, that becomes day 1 of the year. So day 1 doesn't start with creation week. Day 1 starts with the monthly count when the sun, moon, and stars. And these two cycles merge to make Yahweh's year 364 days only in a 365-day solar cycle. I know that people don't want to see the 365th day, but it's just void. It's zero. It's just not counted in the reckoning of the year, just like the seasonal days are not counted in the reckoning of the prophetic year. It's the same concept. It's just a division of time, dividing the first and the last day of the year. That's all it is. I shared you the article in which this is described, laid out perfectly using the scripture. Line by line. It is all in that article. All you have to do is copy it, move it to your notes, and then pull it up from there, and then you will be able, probably near the end, but the chapters near the end will go through this in full detail. And if you don't want to do that, I do have a ton of videos describing and giving visuals on how this happens and how we do use the equinox or the straight line shadow, and how that is marking day 4. You don't move that to whatever Wednesday to fulfill a Saturday Sabbath. No. When that sun sign comes in, it is marking day 4 of Yah's week. So we have the Sabbath 3 days later. Because the Sabbath, as the Dead Sea Scrolls, is on the 4th day of the week. Because the Passover is on the 3rd day of the week. And that's how it all lines up. So you need to be able to visually see this. And I took the time and I made you a video. I know you didn't watch it. Maybe you're not going to watch this. Maybe this is helping other people. Some people don't take a seed and it goes off on somebody else, and they pick up a seed and they water it, and Yahweh waters it and it grows. So, I do this because I'm trying to help, but maybe the help is not for you. There is 365 days from vernal equinox. Try counting it yourself. We have a calendar also mapped out, lined out perfectly, proving that there's 365 days in a solar year and how it all works out. So if you want that, email. I doubt you will, but if anyone else wants it, private message me, send me your email, and I'll send you all the information that I have on this. I'm just not willing to go along with the crowd and do the things that Scripture doesn't say to do, like move the equinox day. Thus, you'll have to intercalate a week every so many years. None of that is in Scripture. It doesn't even make sense, because you guys are worried about this one day out of the year, but then you're willing to intercalate a whole week to try to pick up what to try to compensate for you not understanding the one day. So you're adding a whole week, making the year 371 days instead of 364. See, I'm making his calendar 364 days only. The 365th day just doesn't get counted. Just like the seasonal days don't get counted in the prophetic year. It's just that simple. It's backed up by scripture. Genesis 1:2, the void before the creation week. In Job's birthday, it's, the day that is the void. I think it's Job 3, and I'll get they're all written in the article, all the verses that explain both of the sun signs, all of the scriptures are in there. So just go to it. I'm done with this conversation because you keep having me repeat the same things over and over and over again, and this is my last attempt at answering any of your questions. Shalom.